What's going on, everybody? It is Friday afternoon. We've had the weigh-ins today. We lost one fight. Poor Zhalgas Zhumagulov. Once again, going home empty-handed. 1-5 in the UFC, and then he has this fight canceled because his opponent evidently is 8 pounds over or something like that. They made him stop cutting weight. So congratulations, Rafael Estevam, for completely fucking up your UFC debut and destroying this man. His ability to feed his 7 wives and God knows how many children back home in Kazakhstan. Got that haircut for nothing. It's going to be the laughing stock of an entire country now, and he goes home empty-handed. Poor Zhalgas Zhumagulov. Let's keep him in our prayers, everyone. We got a quick greasy four-legger for you this week. UFC 288. Going to be a really fun card. We're down to 12 fights. Who knows if it'll be 11 by tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. But this is a pretty interesting card from top to bottom. A lot of spots here that I like that are sticking out. Lost my Zhalgas Zhumagulov bet. But here we are. Let's figure out 4 legs. I got one big kind of plus money leg here and then 3 pretty safe legs here. So let's cash this one. It's checking in at plus 581 on DraftKings, plus 585 on FanDuel. So let's get into it, you guys. The Patreon is the best place to check out the stats that I make available every week. Right now, we've got the stats all the way up to the Shabazian Hernandez card on May 20th available. So if you guys are the type of people who like to get ahead, your Uncle Weezy is going to have these stats ready for you 2 weeks in advance at all times from now on. So we've got the week-by-week stats here. This is the 20th card. This is the stats here for the next card coming up, where we've got Jessica Rose Clark versus Tainara Lisboa for the curtain jerker, I believe. But either way, we've got all these stats ready to go. These are this week's stats. This is this week's prop template. So all the stats available for you guys on the Patreon. Please sign up for that. It's a great way to support my work and continue to give me the ability to be able to put this stuff out for free on YouTube every week. So 4 legs, which are going to all cash and bring us a plus 581 ticket. So let's get into it. Leg 1 is going to be the curtain jerker now. Joseph Holmes versus Claudio Ribeiro. Fight doesn't start round 3. Minus 225 is going to be the first leg. So on DraftKings Sportsbook, we have to go up here to the round props, and we're going to click there. And it's going to be to start round X. You'll have round to finish, winning round, and to start round X. To start round 3, no, is minus 225. If we go to the prop template here, this is a pretty juiced line. Fight doesn't start round 3, minus 225. It's a 69% implied probability, so it's got to hit about 7 times out of 10 in order for us to even break even. It is 21% overpriced when we consider the fight doesn't start round 3 rate for the middleweight division in 3-round fights since 2013. That's only 47.63%, but we've got 3 of their 4 fights have finished inside of 2 rounds. So that is a 5.77% break, and that even though we're overpaying 21.6%, when we compare that benchmark to the price of the line, these guys are actually performing at a 75% rate, which is still better than what we're paying here. So we like this. And then not only that, pre-UFC, Joseph Holmes had finished inside of 2 rounds 7 of 8 times, and Claudio Ribeiro 9 of 10 times. So 89% of their fights outside the UFC also finished in the first 2 rounds. In addition to that, 100% finish rate in Joseph Holmes's wins, 100% finish rate in Claudio Ribeiro's wins. So we've got 2 finishers out here, and in Joseph Holmes, we've got a guy with about 1 round of gas. So he will gas out after round 1, especially in front of a live crowd. Higher potential for an adrenaline dump in that kind of a situation. So looking for this fight to finish inside of 2 rounds, not to start round 3, and that is going to be the first leg. The second leg is also a fight doesn't start round 3, and it is going to be for the 3rd fight of the night, and that is going to be the Parker Porter versus Braxton the Refrigerator Smith here. So we've got no minus 225. Here it's going to be no minus 360. So this is a wide line. This is a minus 200 right now for the under 1.5. Nobody is expecting this fight to see the scorecards. Nobody's expecting this fight really even to get out of the first round. And I'm just giving us a little bit of extra room here, just in case it takes Parker Porter a little bit longer than 2.5 minutes into that second round in order to finish this guy. Because I anticipate that with Braxton Smith, we've never seen a guy hit the stool after the first round. So if he's never even made it out of the first round before in front of a live crowd on his UFC debut, the potential for an adrenaline dump is huge. So even if this fight does get out of the first round, I think that Parker, being the veteran that he is, that has had as many fights go into the third round in his career as he's had, he should be able to get the second round finish here if Braxton does make it out of the first. And in that first round, both of these guys are going to be live for a finish. So that's the second leg. We're down to minus 119 here. Leg number 3 is going to be the first leg of Uncle Weezy's ass shaving of the week. And it's going to be the plus money leg right here, you guys. Kennedy and Checkwu to win by knockout, plus 150. And Checkwu's got a really good finish rate as a professional, and he has got some good power. So I'm going to bring up his stats for you guys here. Okay. So Kennedy has 5-3 in the UFC, and 4 of those 5 wins have come by way of knockout. Devin Clark is 8-7 in the UFC, and Devin's been finished in 6 of those 7 losses, 3 times by knockout, 3 times by submission. The only time he wasn't finished was by Ion Cutelaba, and that fight probably could have been stopped 3 times by the ref. It could have been stopped in between the second and third rounds after Clark had told his corner that Cutelaba had knocked out all of his teeth. So this was a very violent fight between Devin Clark and Ion Cutelaba. It's the only time that Clark ever lost the UFC fight and saw the scorecards. And I'd like to remind you that Ion Cutelaba has 1 round of cardio, and yet he still was able to find all kinds of success against this guy. And we just saw Cutelaba get absolutely melted by Kennedy and Chekwu's step-in knees in the second round in their fight. So I think Devin Clark might be able to find a takedown or 2 here. I think he's going to have to work really hard for it. I think he's going to be the first one to gas in this fight. And I think that Kennedy and Chekwu's knees in the clinch and from outside are going to finish this fight and finish it quickly. And Checkwu, one of 2 of Uncle Weezy's ass shavings of the week, is going to be leg number 3 of this parlay to get us up to. And we're going to have to go. We got fight lines, winning method. So we're going to click on winning method right here on DraftKings. And we're going to go to method of victory. And we're going to find Kennedy and Checkwu by KO plus 150. That brings our parlay up to plus 361, which will make leg number 4 the second leg of Uncle Weezy's ass shaving of the week this week. It is going to be the Drew Dober money line at minus 210. That one will get this thing up to plus 581 here. So we're going to go to fight lines. We're going to click down here to Drew Dober, and we're going to click this minus 210 here in the money line section. That brings this up to plus 581, almost plus 600. Pretty conservative. I think if Nchekwu wins this one, he definitely wins it inside the distance. He's got a ton of power, and Devin Clark has been finished in just about every one of his professional losses, and the only one that ever went to decision easily could have been stopped. And he's fought a lot of guys that aren't close to the type of finishers that Nchekwu is. So love this one. It's clocking in at plus 581 on DraftKings and plus 585 on FanDuel Sportsbook. So we are looking at a really good spot here. Let's hope that we cash this one. Let me get my camera started up here again. There we go. That thing comes unplugged pretty easily these days. So what's up to the guys in the chat? We got Prince of Mischief in here saying, "Oi!" Yes, what's up, dude? And he's saying you should have save this parlay and play it tomorrow because DK usually has a parlay boost for pay-per-views. Yes, it does. It does. And I haven't put it in yet because of that. But I am showing everybody what it is here. And by the way, if you have FanDuel Sportsbook, you can see this one here, minus 320. Plus 145 for Nchekwu by KO. The Dober money line is minus 215, and the fight to start round 3 minus 220 here. So We get a little bit better pricing here. We get a plus 585 instead of plus 581. So it's good on both books here. But all right, let me just go to the settings and get the correct camera on here. All right. Oh, it's there. You know what? Who cares? So that is the parlay. We got Rouses in the room saying, "Oi, Weezy." We got Brian Lewis saying, "Oi, let's stack them cash checks. Let's get it, man." Thanks for hanging out, Brian. Like and subscribe, y'all. If you were to add a same game parlay to this Greasy four-legger, what would you add? I would add Henry Cejudo, most takedowns for Cejudo, or Cejudo to get more takedowns, and then fight to start round 3 to get some plus money on Cejudo. That's what I would do. And we got my guy Tommy Unders up in here saying, "Give me some violence, Unc. How about we give you a cash ticket?" That's what I want for this one, man. We've got so much violence on these fights, but in this one here, we've got and Cheku I got winning inside the distance. I believe Dober will be winning inside the distance. And then Braxton Smith and Pacaporta and Holmes Hibero. If those fights get into round 3, I'm going to be throwing shit through the wall. So let's get that violence. My guy Kiwi here is in the room. You guys, hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Please check out the Patreon if you haven't done that yet. That is the best way to support your Uncle Weezy's work. And the only thing left to do, you guys, is to stack cash tickets like flapjacks for UFC 288. Great luck on all your fights. Let's stack them high and enjoy it. And I will see you guys Sunday for Stat Diggers, and then also Saturday on the Pub Sports Radio for the watch along. God bless each and every one of you guys. Have a great day and good luck on all of your bets.